This is interactive, generous trivia, YouTube number 161, but number 300 on Reddit. 300 on Reddit. What on earth have I been doing the last? I think I started around June last year. So, yeah, less than 300 days. Kind of crazy. I used to do this like 3 times a day back when I was ambitious. Alrighty. A ton of people already on, like 8, 9 people on Reddit, YouTube, as well as Reddit. You got 15 people. If you could give it an upvote, that always helps. Let's get rolling here. Oh, yes. Let's start off with fact or crap. Fact or crap. Here we go. The swimming pool and retractable basketball court from the 1946 movie It's a Wonderful Life are still used today. Fact or crap? Anybody know? You know what? Confessions, I have never seen It's a Wonderful Life. So, don't even know what it's referencing. Eggs, John, I see lots of people thinking fact. Running Funk thinking it was crap. What do you think, Old Man's Belt? Fact, yes. Diana. It is built in 1936, Southern California's technological marvel, the Beverly Hills Gym and Pool. Still works and still looks cool. Dip and dunk. Fact. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, just about. So I did my travel show. I guess people didn't want to see my travel show. I did one at 12 just to test out the format, and then I did it at 9:30. Invited you all tonight, and nobody showed up. There's a few people. Oh, Lomo. I don't know if Lomo's here, but Lomo was the only kind of Redditor that had been on my show. Everybody else, there was a few other people. Anyways, it went okay. We talked about cruising. It was fun, but I'll have to work on the format. It's all right. Don't worry about it, old man. Old man's belt. All right, let's start playing some trivia. All righty, here we go. We're doing Final Jeopardy from the last 38 seasons. There's over 7,000 questions. Occasionally, there is a duplicate, which I try and take out before. All right. King Solomon, what was that? Salmon or Solomon? Salmonius or Salmonius? Dragged bronze kettles behind his chariot to imitate this. Zeus killed him. What was that? Anybody know? Again, Greek mythology. King Solomon or Salmon, yes, dragged bronze kettles behind his chariot to imitate this. Zeus killed him. Yes, Jessica, I see, getting it right with what is thunder, as well as Sean Brady. Nice to meet you. Yes, thunder. Guess imitating the gods was not allowed. All right, bodies of water. The Rush-Bagot Agreement of 1811 between the U.S. and Great Britain limited naval power on these bodies of water. There we go, Jessica singing a bit of AC/DC. I'm not going to sing it. I could not. Can't pull that one off. Anybody know? The Rush-Bagot Agreement of 1817 between the U.S. and Great Britain limited naval power on these bodies of water. Yes, Chipper, I see. Running Funk, remembering that it was close to the War of 1812. Yes, it says Great Lakes or Lake Champlain. Is that Jake Champlain? Is that where is that? Is that Louisiana? Or is that in Canada somewhere? Diana, getting both. I should know, but I don't. All right, next question. Freedom, no, not the Solomon Islands. Old man's belt, getting Great Lakes as well. Presidents and Champlain. 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 That's not French enough. Anyways. It's in Vermont. What's the one that I was thinking of in Louisiana? Isn't there Lake Champlain down in Louisiana as well? Anyways, presidents and the movies. 3 presidential films, all directed by Oliver Stone, have a total of only 9 letters in their titles. Nixon and These Two. What would they be? Oh, Pontchartrain. John, what was I thinking Lake Champlain was in Louisiana? I'm starting to make things up. Guys on Reddit, I hope you're enjoying. If you can give me an upvote, that would be awesome. There we go. Yeah, Jessica, you had too many letters there. What is W and JFK are the 2. So John got it right, and IC got it right as well as Sean Brady. What was W? I don't even know what that was referencing. It's not George W. Bush, was it? W. What was W? Is it George W. Bush? Is that correct? George W. Oh, there we go. African landmarks. Discovered November 16th, 1855. It's Makalulu, or Lolo. No. Mosia means the smoke that thunders. Did we catch that all? I hope you did. Denjoga, nice to see you. Denjoga actually made my noon show. Talked about the one cruise he had been on in the Mediterranean. Yes, John gets it right with what is Victoria Falls, not Kilimanjaro. So close to possibly being the right answer. But it was Victoria Falls. I find it hard to believe that it would take so long to find a mountain. Waterfalls, maybe so. A huge mountain, not as much. Alrighty, next question. State capitals. All right. First generous point. First person to get it gets the generous point. Reddit, if you want to earn generous points, you need to go to YouTube, look up generous trivia, and go from there. I know, Running Funk, but I'm saying that was an African question, so it almost could be possible. And plus, a lot of people on Reddit put Kilimanjaro too. So, anyways, here we go. State capitals for a generous point. Pen in hand, so I don't forget. Getting ready to write. State capitals in 2000. One of only 3 state capitals that had population of less than 20,000. There we go. I see. My wife got me fancy pens, a little bit of some crusty on it, so that I guess it doesn't go dry prematurely. I see. Montpellier, or whatever. We won't go through that again. Was one of them. The other two were Augusta and Pierre. I was thinking Pierre myself, which was also correct. So it was the state capital, Diana, not the states. No, Nome is not the capital of Alaska. Juneau is, actually. There we go. Who else? That was it. Where is Pierre? Isn't Pierre North Dakota, if I'm not mistaken? Où est Pierre? In North Dakota, I believe, if I'm not totally wrong. All righty. Historic people. So I see, look. South Dakota. Okay, John. Dakota would be the case. Freedom, it was saying North Dakota too, but South Dakota sounds right. Pierre, South Dakota? Dakota state. Yes, Penn. All righty. Here we go. Next question. North Dakota capital? Up here. What is it? Historic people. He once said, if I can make a dead mute talk, I can make metal talk. Historic. What's the capital of North Dakota, John? Historic people. He once said, if I can make a deaf mute talk, I can make metal talk. Yes. Chipper. Getting it right. Bismarck. Bismarck, North Dakota. And Pierre, South Dakota. Who is Bell? Chipper gets it with Bell. I said deaf mute, didn't I? I meant to say deaf mute. Do we have to listen to it back? Alrighty, Reddit, are we still playing? Is it still broadcasting? Dead mute. Oh well. I'll have to listen to it back. I might have said dead mute. Jessica heard deaf. Gerald, lots. Where have you come from? Reddit, YouTube, or Eventbrite? Nice to meet you. Alrighty. Let's go to the next question. Yes, John, it was Sheila. Yes. Oh, there we go. From Reddit. Alrighty. There we go. Thousands of questions later. Maybe I pronounced one wrong. I wonder how many done. 300 shows. How many do I do a show? 50? 300 times 50, probably. That's a lot of questions that I've asked. All right, next question. Famous Americas. 1 year after winning an Oscar, she was honored on a postage stamp, but not for her acting. Anybody know? Even like 40. 300 times 40? It's 12,000 questions I've asked. Wow. That's a lot of questions. 1 year after winning an Oscar, she was honored on a postage stamp, but not for her acting. There we go. Chipper, once again, getting it right with Grace Kelly. Who is Grace Kelly? Alrighty, next question. Classic literature. Did I request thee, maker, from my clay to mold me, man, is an epigraph to this 1818 novel. Did I request thee, maker, from my clay to mold me, man, is the epigraph to this 1818 novel. There we go. Hugh, we are playing Jeopardy style answers, so you missed it there. But yes, who is Frankenstein? Jessica, Hugh, and Gerard. Sorry, I think I called you Gerald. Gerard. Yes, Frankenstein is correct. All right, recent books. This is in 2010, just so you know what recent means. In a lecture called Storia Senza Storia, Story Without History, an Italian cardinal rebutted claims in this 2003 novel. Running Funk. I only pronounce first names. I know you want me to say it there, Running Funk, but it's Hugh. Yes, Denjoga and Artie Sasser. What is the Da Vinci Code? Is it really needing to be rebutted? It's just a movie, right? All right. Yeah, Denjoga Code, not that question, but anyways. There we go. In the 50s, he won a Tony for Best Supporting Actor in a musical and Best Actor Oscar for playing the same role, a monarch. Yes, Denjoga. There's only so many things we can ask questions about. 12 people. How many on 16 people on Reddit? 12 on YouTube. Here's the question again. In the 1950s, he won a Tony for Best Supporting Actor in a musical and a Best Actor Oscar for playing the same role, a monarch. There we go. John gets it right with who is Yul Brenner. Yul Brenner, as well as Old Man's Belt, getting it right. Yeah, there is a truth to that, Tenjoga. None has been fixated on Ross Perot, though. So, anyways, memorials. Opened in 2002 in Lower Manhattan. A memorial to this 1845 to 1849 tragedy used Kilkenny limestone. What's that? Could that be? Memorials. Opened in 2002 in Lower Manhattan, a memorial to this 1845 to 1849 tragedy used Kilkenny limestone. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yes. Denjoga gets it right with what is. Oh, no. Let's try again. I see. Gerard, close enough. Diana, close enough. Denjoga, yes. What is the Great Potato Famine in Ireland? I wonder if those answers that you had there, like Diana's, if that would have been accepted on Jeopardy. Probably, actually. Everyone gets the point. That wasn't a generous point question, but anyways. Alrighty. 20th century athletes. In 1938, at age 25, she became the youngest person made a knight, first class of the Order of St. Olaf. Yeah. CC. Anybody know 20th century athletes? In 1938, at age 25, she became the youngest person made a knight first class of the Order of St. Olaf. Dane Dench, Sister Teresa, Betty White. Yeah, I've never heard of her. I know sports somewhat, and I've not heard of her. It was Sonia Henny. Sonia Henny. All right, next question. Nutrition. By virtue of the great quantity eaten, this vegetable is the leading source of vitamin C in the American diet. I think I know this, but oh, interesting. Wow. I did not know this. So it's a vegetable. So everybody, hey there, Dinjoga. Guessing that. So we got a lot of carrots, tomatoes, bell peppers, oranges, water, plums. There we go. Jessica finally coming up with it. It is the potato. Who knew potatoes were high in vitamin C? It's all those McDonald's French fries. U.S. lakes. Wizard Island sits in this lake in what was once Mount Mazama. All these potatoes having all this great stuff. U.S. lakes. Wizard Island sits on this lake in what was once Mount Mazama. There we go. I see Gerard and Cece all getting, as well as Old Man's Belt, getting Crater Lake. Oh, the potato famine. I see that in Nopal too. All right. Next question. Supreme Court justices. His father, Eugene, an immigrant from Sicily, taught Romance languages at Brooklyn College. His father, Eugene, an immigrant from Sicily, taught Romance languages at Brooklyn colleges. There we go. Risa, nice to see you. John and Icy, yes, all getting Scalia. Antonin? Is it Antonin Scalia? U.S. government history. U.S. government history. This is the first tie-breaking vote in U.S. Senate history. Scalia. This man cast the first tie-breaking vote in U.S. Senate history. Anybody know who? No, not Joe Biden. You got to think it was. I'm pretty sure it's a VP who just does that, right? And it would have been a long time ago, I would imagine. No, it wasn't Biden or Gore or Quayle. I'm sure there was ties long ago. It wasn't Polk or Agnew or Jefferson or Monroe. There we go. Icy gets it. John Adams. Next question. Vocabulary. This is for a generous point. First person to get it gets the point. Here we go. Vocabulary. This term for a sudden piece of good fortune literally refers to fruit blown to the ground. Oh. Yes, who got that? Here fan looks like it got it. Yes, here fan. Right, Van Buren, yes. Here fan, I am writing your name down. Here fan gets the point with windfall. Windfall is correct. No, Paul, I don't know why you seem to be quite a bit delayed on Reddit. Alrighty, so I see and hear fan getting the first two generous points. Make sure you actually, yeah, see, I'm not forgetting anymore. Oh, sorry, you know what? I held that up to Reddit, but I should be holding it up to YouTube. All right, let's keep going here. USA, now part of a national recreation area, it was once referred to as Uncle Sam's Devil's Island. Too many apostrophe S's there. That's why they did away with it. Now part of a national recreation area, it was once referred to as Uncle Sam's Devil's Island. Yes. Who got that first? Denjoga, Chipper, and Jessica, as well as Old Man's Belt, all getting Alcatraz. Alcatraz is correct. Modern day suffixes. Modern day suffixes. Dating from 1973, this four-letter suffix indicates a person or thing that has become associated with public scandal. I know this. CC. I've been to Hawaii and I enjoyed our time there. It's been a long time since we've been there. Over 10 years ago. But we did enjoy Hawaii. Gate is correct. And Joga, John, and Hugh getting Gate. After, I guess, Watergate. All right. Government forms. CC, you should have asked that question in the travel show. That was the appropriate at 9:30. I'm going to do it another time tomorrow night, 9:30. Let's see if I can get a little bit more chit-chatting. Government forms. The title of Form OSC-12 says it is used by this type of person who asks to describe the agency wrongdoing. Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern time, CC, which is half an hour before the show starts. Government forms. The title of Form OSC 12 says it is used by this type of person who's asked to describe the agency wrongdoing. Chipper. Yes, Chipper is the correct person here. What is whistleblower? Whistleblower is correct. Alrighty, let me just check one thing here. Okay, 20th century presidents. These two men followed each other consecutively as vice president and later in reverse order as president. Is that a repeat question? I can't remember. I'm going to ask it anyways. It's not for a generous point. Did we catch that? 20th century presidents. These two men followed each other consecutively as vice president and later in reverse order as president. This is from 2013. So Biden wouldn't have been president at that point. This is from 2013. Who would that? I don't know enough about like older vice presidents, so okay. It's not that old. It's 20th century. Yeah, that's 21st century. Hugh is halfway there. Here, fan is incorrect. IC is still halfway there. Then Joga is getting the other half, correct? Somebody needs to just put it all together. Nope. Diana is halfway there. Then Joga, finally. John, IC, and here fan. Everybody getting Nixon and LBJ. Yes. Alrighty. Question. Armies of the world. The national orchestra of this nation on the Mediterranean Sea is larger than its army. Yes, this was my first guess. I should have. It's on the Mediterranean, so stuff like Luxembourg wouldn't work. There we go. I see. Got it. It is. What is Monaco? Well, you knew it. It was either Monaco or Malta in my mind. But my first guess was Monaco. And Diana gets it. Denjoga, I do, but for 12,000. 12,000 questions. Then, alrighty, sporting events. Since 1887, to the man who wins this is inscribed single-handed champion of the world. Here we go. Let's try this again. Dame, I think that's the whole point. It's got more people in its orchestra than the army because the army could be. Here we go. Sporting events. The cup presented since 1887 to the man who wins this and then inscribed single-handed champion of the world. There we go. Hugh. Getting it right with Wimbledon. Alrighty, Denjoga. We'll see ya. See you tomorrow. Wimbledon is correct. What is thumb wrestler? Good one there. I was having a hard time too, Dame, trying to think what it could be in reference to. Alrighty. Let's keep going. Oh, it looks like we're lagging. We are lagging. Alrighty. Oh, I see. Denjoga was storming off. Got it. Gotcha. Sports. The Major League Baseball manager of the 1950s and 60s received his nickname because he was born in Kansas City. No, Paul. Whenever you see this, you are sticking with it, even though you're quite a bit delayed for some reason. Anybody know sports? The Major League Baseball manager of the 50s and 60s received his nickname because he was born in Kansas City. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't even know this. There we go. Who has that? Denjoga and Running Funk. Yes, Casey Stengel. His name is actually Ksey, but who's Kansas City? Casey Stengel is correct. Alrighty. Word origins for a generous point. I've got the pen in hand. Here we go. Diana spelled it correctly. Casey. Pen in hand. Word orange. Used in the 1940s for a sudden loss of power in a jet engine, Herbert Freudenberger applied it in 1974 to spent people. I think I know what this is. Word origins. Used in the 40s for a sudden loss of power in a jet engine, Hubert Freudenberger applied it in 1974 to spent people. Yes, who got that first? John. I'm being more deliberate, choosing my winners as well. John gets it with what is burnout? I was thinking exhausted. I don't know. That's kind of silly, but what is burnout? Which makes sense. John, IC, and Risa all getting burnout. No, not Fubar. They're patient or stalled. All right. Here we go. So I see here, Fan and John. I've written their names all down. You're all getting points tonight. 2020 marks the 55th anniversary, 2020 history of medicine. History of medicine. 2020 marks the 55th birthday of the first piece of equipment dedicated to this process, now used for regular screenings. History of medicine. 2020 marks the 55th birthday of the first piece of equipment dedicated to this process, now used for regular screenings. This is what came to mind. And Hugh and Chipper, it also came to your mind as well. What is a mammogram? I don't know why I thought that initially, but that's what I thought of. Cece also getting it right. Alrighty, statues. In 1820, a man named Yorgus unearthed three statues, two of Hermes and one of Aphrodite, later renamed this. Did that make sense? Yes, you were the third one, CC. Mammogram. In 1820, a man named Yorgus unearthed three statues, two of Hermes and one of Aphrodite, later renamed this. Yes, Denjoga, Hugh, and Chipper. Where is Venus de Milo? Is it in the Louvre? Because I think I saw it in the Louvre, but I could be wrong. Is it in the Louvre? Did I see it there? I don't know, because Venus de Milo sounds better. Anyways, anybody know where is the Venus de Milo? It is in the Louvre. I did see it. Way back, way back. So Diana, just so you know, what I see is different than what you see. Generally, players see their answers first, even if they weren't first on my screen. Apparently, if you reload that page, Diana, you'll see it in the same order that I do. And it was Denjoga, Hugh, and then you, Diana. So that's the order, Diana. Alrighty, hope that makes sense. Constitutional amendments. Until a 1913 amendment allowed this, 1/3 of U.S. government revenue came from liquor. Let's try this. Constitutional amendment. Until a 1913 amendment allowed this. 1/3 of U.S. government revenue came from liquor. Allowed this. Yes, Chipper, as well as Mike the Canadian, were on the same same wavelength. Yes, it's income tax. So it used to come from alcohol, and then income tax was finally charged. And there, I think in Canada, it was a temporary War Measures Act. Temporary, that's never gone away. I think of World War One, temporary War Measures Act in World War One was Canadian income taxes. And they never did away with it, unfortunately. World geography. It's the only mainland country in the Western Hemisphere that borders only one country. What would that be? Oh, I think I know what it is. Oh, yeah. How come it took me so long and incorrectly? Yes! Why? I see. Running Funk and RT Sasser embarrassing this Canadian with Canada. Yes. I was thinking like Chile, but I think Chile at some point must touch another one. Embarrassing. I'm thoroughly embarrassed that I didn't think of it first. Old Man's Belt, it was Western Hemisphere, so that would eliminate Korea. All righty. Boo Mike the Canadian for not thinking of it first. Same with Dame Coco, a fellow Canadian. Did not think of it first. All right. It happens. It happens. Money. Country whose basic monetary unit is the Balboa. What is the Western Hemisphere? It's kind of the Atlantic, everything west of the Atlantic and east of the Pacific. That's kind of the Western Hemisphere. North America, South America, that kind of stuff. Caribbean. Those are all in the Western Hemisphere. The Balboa. What do we got here? Rocky Land. Portugal. IC and CC have the Moldova, Philippines. There we go. Diana getting it right. Where is Panama? Panama. Alrighty. U.S. geography. Two of the 5 states whose highest point of elevation is less than 1,000 feet above sea level. I didn't get it. There we go. Dame Coco was the first one. Chipper, the second one. and Hugh the third one. So yes, Florida, Delaware, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Rhode Island were the four. I guessed Florida and Maine. I don't know why. It wasn't Massachusetts. Quite a few people thought that. Anyways, book words. How many? We got 30. I'm going to make this another generous point kind of question. That's the kind of guy I am. Alrighty. An 1964 essay coined this two-word term for artistically serious comic books, and it endorsed it over illustories and pictofiction. Let me try that again. A 1964 essay coined this two-word term for artistically serious comic books and endorsed it over illustories and pictofiction. There you go. John, Hugh, and Denjoga all get what is a graphic novel. All right, let's keep going here. I see your answers there. There we go. Novice gets graphic novels. So does Old Man's Belt. All right. All righty. I've got the pen in hand. That means a generous point. Was the last one? No, the last one wasn't a this one is, John. Here we go. A generous point. Got the pen in hand. Ready to give the point out. I see here Fan and John getting the point so far. Familiar phrase origins. Here we go. Familiar phrase origins. In medieval times, an act of bravery got you dubbed a knight and won you a pair of golden these. Medieval times, an act of bravery got you dubbed a knight and won you a pair of golden these. John was on the same wavelength as I, but Denjoga gets it right, as well as Old Man's Belt. So Denjoga gets the point. I see here Fan John Krause and Denjoga getting the point. Yes, lots of different answers, but only Denjoga had the Spurs as well as Old Man's Belt. I'll go check. I see you're talking about the one that Hugh okay, I'm gonna check. Okay. I'm gonna check. What time is that? 48. 48. So that's probably about 46. I will check. If I did say that, I will give I think John an extra one. You could be right. And if I didn't, then you don't get the point. But I will check it right after the show. So I didn't hold my pen up. Just give 2 points. I like to check here, Fan. I just want it takes me a minute. And if it was I think John actually got it. Q, but anyways. Here we go. Next question. First ladies. I got to really focus here. Everybody seems to think. So, John, I will check and we'll see who it is. I'm going to just make sure here that it was what was the question? Graphic novel? It was John. Wasn't you, Hugh? It was John. So I will check. And John, if you are deserved a second point, I'll give it to you. I like to check myself. All right. Here we go. First ladies. The two 20th century first ladies whose first name was Elizabeth. There we go. Yes, we could always use more. It was the graphic novel one. Another feud starting again. Alrighty. First ladies. The two 20th century first ladies whose first name was Elizabeth. GB game. Maybe in February I won't offer generous points. Everybody wins. Alrighty. Anybody know who these first ladies were? Or are we gonna focus on GP Gate? It's 20th century, so it's not Adams. It's not Bush. Yeah, Monroe and Adams are two, I don't know, first ladies. Me either. Alrighty. Anybody? Ford and Truman was the answer. All right, I got to wrap this up. I see here fan John and Denjoga. I will check to see if John has 2 points. And this is going to be the last question. Guys, I will do it one last, well, maybe not the last time, but if you guys like travel at all, I would appreciate if you would join my Generous Travelers. I'm putting the link here and here. That would be awesome. I'm going to try another 9:30 show tomorrow night. 9:30, like half an hour before this. We're going to try a show where I talk about travel only on Reddit, not on YouTube. So, yeah, come join us. I don't know what the topic will be. I got to figure out some topics to talk about. Today was cruising. I don't know, resort hotels. Anyways, here we go. Final question. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let's bump it up to 37, 38. That'd be awesome. Famous women. This crusader in 1906, more than 60 years of hard struggle for a little liberty. And then to die without it seems so cruel. Alrighty. Famous women. This crusader in 1906. More than 60 years of hard struggle for a little liberty, and then to die without it seems so cruel. There we go. Hugh, you get your point. Yes, Hugh gets his full point with Susan B. Anthony. Hugh gets his point. Same with Dame Coco was there. And yeah, there we go. So I see here fan John, Denjoga, and Hugh, and possibly a second point for John. I will check shortly after finishing. So guys, thanks. Join Generous Travelers if you're not. If not, 9:30 tomorrow. If you want to hear me talk about it, only on Reddit. And 10 o'clock is going to be trivia on Reddit and YouTube. So 9:30, Reddit only for travel show. 10 o'clock for trivia tomorrow o'clock. Always Eastern time. See you guys. See you Reddit. Oops. And see you YouTube. Oops. Second.